Brings up second and 13. That'll back Ball State up just outside the red zone. They'll come out of the gun 4 wide. Rolone keeps it, throws out a mighty stiff arm, throws out a second on Flower, and then Black back there again to bring him down. So Ball State back in an empty backfield. Stewart in a man of motion from left to right. Rolone in trouble. Thrown in the end zone. Nearly picked off by Kyle Alicka. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt for Aiden Timms from the right hash. And he pushed it too far to the left. So our score remains the same. Auburn up 6. We're at the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Play fake, quick throw. The tight end Joey Cash slips a tackle, tries to cut back to the open field, breaks through the traffic. Joey Cash off to the races, and Cash will score. So a very quick strike by the Auburn Tigers as Ron Newman, one play, and he finds the new addition at tight end in Joey Cash for the score. Auburn now up by 13. Quincy Myers on the return out.
And here we go, second down and 10.
So Joey Cash, a lot of these balls.
Myers dropping back, will throw it underneath, and it falls incomplete. 0 for 1 on his first throw.
Yeah, and if you remember, this was all set up by the turnover by Nebraska before we had to go to a short break.
Third down and 10 upcoming for Nebraska. Harris stepping in around in the pocket, throwing it, and it's almost intercepted, but it falls incomplete. Scott Jones in coverage.
Yeah, that was a great job by Jones stepping up to be able to defend that pass on the quick hitting route and force this fourth down opportunity right here.
And we were just talking about this in the break here, that these corners are going to be tested, and they're maybe Courtney Harris should have thrown that one away, but ill-advised throw.
Yeah, like you said, he should have thrown that one away, an ill-advised throw, and it was just a disappointment that Kent State could not capitalize on that and force the turnover there.
And now we will see what Dylan Tate has in store on his second drive. Remember, the first one was looking really good and real promising until the fumble occurred. But here, they're going to start out with a little draw play, trying to get some action going. But instead, Tyler King Jr. is tackled for a loss of 1 on the play, thanks to Cash Collins.
Yeah, and this one I think was set up because of that fumble. They want to get something on the ground and try to get a little bit of positive yardage before testing the air once again.
Second down and 11 upcoming for Dylan Tate and the Golden Flashes offense. 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation for Tate. He doesn't see anything he likes, decides to take off and try to scramble with it, but instead will be sacked for a loss of 9 on the play. Rocky Cologne with the tackle.
Yeah, it was just a great job of this Cornhuskers defensive line stepping up and filling all the gaps and pretty much giving Tate nowhere to take that ball once he decided to take off with it.
That was Andres McFly getting in there and cleaning it up as well. So good job from the Nebraska Cornhuskers defense. And it sets up a 3rd and 15 for Dylan Tate, who is in the pistol set. Drops back, pockets clean, throws it underneath, but it falls incomplete. Looking for Kyle Perry.
Yeah, and that one, it was a situation where they needed 15 yards to pick up the first down. Nebraska was sitting on that first down line and wasn't giving up anything.
Did you think that maybe they were a little bit too maybe it was the field position where maybe they just decided, hey, we're not going to risk anything?
It very well could have been.
Oh, and down the sidelines on the punt return, breaking out of a tackle, getting all the way down, almost having a punt return, Michael Potter.
And that was just terrific return. Just setting up the blocks and following the open lanes that Kent State was giving him.
Harris dropping back, firing it, but it falls off the hands and incomplete of Sammy Boyd.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a slow start for Harris. 0 for 3 so far in this game. He hasn't really tested this defense too much, but look for him to take some shots here as this game progresses.
Harris, shotgun formation. Coming in motion is Bradley Rehnquist. Dropping back, trying to set up the halfback screen to Bronco. Gets his first touch of the night, and he will get 6 yards on it before being pushed out of bounds.
And that was a good play just to pick up some positive yards and set up a more manageable third down situation right here for Nebraska.
Harris in the shotgun formation takes the snap. Bronco was to his left. He will fire it to the right, though, and it's going to be caught by Andrew Schiffer, the tight end. It makes his first grab of his new campaign. He's a senior 4-star.
Yeah, it was a great job for him to make that catch, but more importantly, it was a terrific stop for Kent State to know where the line was and hold them to this fourth down.
And we'll see Danny Smith, who misses the field goal attempt, the junior 4-star, not able to get that one through as it was wide left.
Yeah, usually that's an issue with the hold, or he could have the yips there and just kicked it and pushed it just a little bit too far.
Trips to the top of the formation for Dylan Tate as they take over deep in their own territory and getting the carry and getting some positive yards and enough for the first down. Tyler King Jr. getting out of some bodies there.
That was a very strong run by King Jr., just following his lead blockers, putting his head down, and not being afraid of the contact from the defense.
First down and 10 as the Golden Flashers on the first carry get a first down and then some pass to the 31-yard line. Tate will fire it underneath. Pass is going to be caught but laid out. Jordan Tate.
Yeah, Kent State tried to do a little misdirection there with the two running backs in the backfield. Nebraska did not fall for it. They were all over that one pretty quick.
Austin Deedle with the tackle, taking a body with him. Second down and 9 for Tate. Going to hand it off to King Jr. Trying to get outside, pick it up 3 yards, but the defense for the Cornhuskers is there and ready for it.
Yeah, that's a good job of them just recognizing the play, being able to shed their blocks, and get to the ball carrier quickly before he has a chance to get that momentum. Because King Jr. has already shown he's not afraid to lower his head and lower his shoulder.
Third down opportunity for the Golden Flashes. Trips to the top of the formation, one receiver to the bottom for Tate. Drops back, doesn't see anything he likes, decides to take off, and he will get just enough for the first down. You got to love to see that from the freshman 4-star quarterback.
Yeah, and as much as you love to see it, if you're a coach, you hate to see it. It's not every day you want to see your quarterback taking shots like that, but he knew what he needed, and he was able to pick up that first down.
Laying his body on the line for the team. You got to love that. Breeding team unity. And Tyler King, 6 yards, second down and 4.
Yeah, and so far, Kent State has lived on this drive on the ground. They're picking up these gains that they need and putting themselves in favorable field positions when it comes to down and distance.
Getting close to midfield, the Golden Flashes, this is one of the best drives that they've had all game long. 3:55 left to go in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, it was a missed field goal from Nebraska just a series ago, and this is how Kent State has been driving and marching down the field. And a 14-yard rush by Jordan Tate.
Yeah, just a terrific run, following his blockers, seeing the hole, and then not being afraid to hit the hole for the big pickup.
Tate will hand it off to King Jr., trying to get outside. The defensive line, though, swarming again. This is a big, strong defensive line for Nebraska, and they're showing not a lot of running plays. You have to get outside.
Yeah, they will be all over, and this running game of Kent State will not allow the easy yards.
Trying to go up the middle, but again, swarming and getting into the middle. That's John Roland getting off the tackle from his middle linebacker spot.
Roland is going to be a beast for this Nebraska defense. He's the anchor at middle linebacker, and he will see a lot of action.
3rd and 6. Can Tate convert another third down? Trying to set up the halfback screen. And it looks like it was the right play call as nobody around him until he got past the first down marker. Herman Hall with 11-yard reception.
Yeah, and that was a great job by Tate holding on to that ball. He took a shot on a screenplay right there. So it was a good job of him holding on to the last possible second to make that possible.
First down and 10. And King Jr. getting out of the backfield. Thought he was going to be hit for a loss. Turns it into a positive pickup of 5.
Yeah, that's a good job by Jordan Tate right there. Like you said, he was hit in the backfield and was almost a loss on that play. However, he was able to scamper along the side and pick up a positive gain there.
Second down and 5 inside the red zone for the first time. And again, maybe too many calls to the well there as the defense coming in. That's Gansey Grant from the middle linebacker spot.
Yeah, if you start running this play, eventually the defense is going to pick up on it, and they're going to attack this specific play, these specific play designs here. So look for Kent State to start spicing it up some and see what they can do through the air.
I like that, spicing it up some 2x2 set, trying to set up the halfback screen. They worked one time, and it breaking out of a tackle, but he steps out of bounds. Tyler King pick up a 3, but it falls 4 yards short of the first down marker.
Yeah, and this time the Nebraska defense was not fooled by it, going back to the opposite side with that screen.
Now we will see the field goal attempt from Deion Wyatt, and the kick is through the uprights and good. The Kent State Golden Flashes have the lead in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, and it was just a great drive altogether for Kent State. They realized what they wanted to do early, keeping it on the ground and pounding that rock, and it led to 3 points there on that drive.
But I don't know if you saw this, James, but when they converted when they came up to the third down call, they were 4 of 5 on third down in this game. And it seems like, again, it's something that I pride teams on, is how well they could convert the third downs.
Yeah, third down is often referred to as the money down, and that's where coaches get paid, is how well they do on third down.
First down and 10. Let's see what Courtney Harris can do. They'll set up a little option keeper play, and he'll keep it and pick up 5 yards on the play.
It was a good job of Harris keeping that ball, recognizing that he wasn't the intended target of the defense there when they went after his running back. So he kept it, picked up the nice, easy 5 yards there.
Second down and 5. Harris with trips to the bottom of the formation. Drops back. Pocket is clean. Decides to take off and run. Trying to break out of the tackle, but cannot. He will be tackled for no gain on the play.
And that was a terrific job of Harris recognizing where the pressure was coming from, just to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage there. But an even better job by Kent State to force that pressure.
Defensive line coming to play and need to get another stop here around Nebraska. Harris throwing it to the sidelines, couple yards short. Bruce Robinson with the carry.
Yeah, and that one, you got to be recognizing of where the sticks are. You got to extend that route just another step or two to be able to pick up that first down there. But a great job by Kent State to hold them and force the punt.
Depending on the kick return, sorry, I said carry, but it was reception. So apologize for that, as Bruce Robinson came up 3 yards short. But again, the defenses have come to play. Again, this is the second game where the first quarter, hopefully it plays out through the rest of the game, but we're seeing 2 really good defensive games here so far.
Yeah, and normally when you think of some of these teams, you think of offense, but these defenses have come to play.
Oh, forearm shiver by Tyler King Jr. I believe that was on Ray Tate. You really don't see that a lot, but Tyler King getting the job done, first down.
Yeah, these MAC school guys, they really love the opportunity to showcase their worth against the big name schools of the CFSL, and some of them you see what they can do. They put on a show when they get out here under these bright lights.
Last 40 seconds of the first quarter, Tyler King gaining the carry, but this time Shalizzi coming down and making the tackle.
Yeah, I think Shalizzi saw what happened on the last play there, and he said, it's not going to happen to me. They had a hard collision, and Shalizzi came out on top of that one.
Kind of surprised that King Jr. held on to the football there. Shalizzi, known for coming down, being an enforcer, and laying people out. Luckily to hold on to the football and keep the drive going. Second down and 8 for Tate, coming out of the shotgun with the bunch set to the bottom of the screen, but he tries to scramble, but he's going to be sacked for a loss of 5 on the play, courtesy of Thomas Noble.
Yeah, that was a great play by Noble coming from that defensive end position. You see him fighting his man. Eventually, the pressure is just too much. Tate has to make a decision, and Noble is there for the cleanup and the sack.
Yeah, I like how he disengaged off his blocker and was able to just being ready for it.
It was just great gap integrity by that Nebraska front 7.
Last 5 seconds of the first quarter, and they will take a play on this third down. 4 of 6 on third down, setting off the screen to King Jr., but it's not going to be enough. Pick up a 4 on the play, and we will come back on the other side with a Golden Flashes punt. You are watching PX1 Sports on YouTube. And we are back to the start of the second quarter, coming to you live from Lincoln, Nebraska. The University of Nebraska. Jeff Melanishin, and the other voice you're hearing is James Bays, as the kick will bounce, and it's going to be close. I think they might have gotten that into the end zone, but that's going to be close to maybe being pinned down there. And it was. Holy cow.
That was a punt.
Wow, where is Shane in chat? Everybody needs to start tagging him, because that was one of the best punts we've seen in this opening week of games in the CFSL, as Casey Bronco with a 2-yard carry.
Now, Kent State has a very, very impressive opportunity here with the ball being so deep to make a stop and have great field position for their next offensive drive if they can make this stop.
Look at this. Harris will go under center with the fullback and Bronco. Oh, there's a flag on the play. This is going to be crucial. False start, backing the Cornhuskers way back in their own side of the territory now. They're making it very hard.
Yeah, when you're this close to the goal line, it doesn't necessarily make sense to do a hard count sometimes, but if you try to draw the defense offsides, eventually it backfires.
Bronco dropping back. He's going to throw it. Pass is caught, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Scott Weber picking up 8 yards.
Yeah, that was a good job of Weber and Harris knowing what they needed to make this a more manageable 3rd down, now facing a 3rd and 1 instead of a 3rd and 9 from their goal line.
I guess Harris wants to stay under center, fullback in the backfield along with Bronco. Going to run the option, and Harris is going to pick up the 1st down, pick up a 5.
Yeah, that option is just hard to stop when you have a leading fullback out in front of you. You have the quarterback and the halfback, both of them. You never know who's going to end up with the ball depending on how the defense plays that.
Now they picked up the 1st down. Now Harris goes in the shotgun. Doesn't see anything he likes. Decides to take off. Got around the one defender and getting past some more. Down the sideline. 17 yards later as he got by number 15, Mike Thompson, a transfer from Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's a good job of Harris recognizing he didn't have anything open downfield that he liked, so he was able to pull the ball down and take off running with it.
1st down and 10 as 2 back-to-back 1st down carries after, or 1st down plays after being backed up at the inch line for the goal line. Harris again taking off, and this is where he becomes dangerous, is he just loves to run with the football, but also it can open up his passing game.
Yeah, like you said, it definitely opens up the passing game because now the defense has to collapse the pocket and focus more on Harris. And that allows his receivers extra time and extra space to get open.
Good job by Ezekiel Pitts to get the tackle there before Harris could get anything else. But Harris on the option, he takes a shot. 3rd and inches upcoming, but the Golden Flashes defense is coming to try to get the stop.
And that was a hit. He definitely had bad intentions on that tackle right there.
Scott Jones, the 3-star freshman corner, coming down and making a big tackle on Courtney Harris. 3rd and inches, having to make him maybe reconsider about taking some shots. And there's going to be play action rolling out to the right, but he's throwing it, and it's picked off. The Golden Flashes get the interception down the sidelines, but he's going to be shoe-strung tackled around inside the red zone. Scott Jones already made the big tackle, setting up 3rd and inches, and there comes up with the interception.
Yeah, that was a great job of reading the play. He wasn't fooled by the play fake. He was able to stay true to his zone assignment and he undercut the route, made the big play, which puts Kent State in a fantastic position here.
1st down and 10 inside the red zone. Let's see what Dylan Tate has in store in the Golden Flashes offense. Is a handoff to King Jr. for a pickup of 5 before being wrestled down by Roland. But again, it seems like they really want to take advantage and run the ball on 1st down.
Yeah, and they're able to pick up good yardage on that 1st down run, which helps set up their 2nd and their 3rd downs to be a lot more manageable.
Well, design draw, dive, halfback dive up the middle, 1 yard before being tackled. Shalizzi in the vicinity.
See, and when you pick up 5 yards on 1st down, that allows you to run this play on 2nd down, knowing that 3rd and 4 is a lot better than, say, a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd and 4 upcoming for Dylan Tate and the Golden Flashes offense. Split back to either side of him. He decides to throw it underneath to the left, but King Jr., it seems like it's going to be his safety blanket is the running back coming underneath. And again, not able to get enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and it was just a good job by Nebraska recognizing this is the 1st down that they want to get. We're going to put our defenders right here and stop them from getting that.
A field goal from White is through the uprights and good. So Kent State extends the lead 6-0. Still a 1-score game for Nebraska.
Yeah, and if you're Nebraska, you're feeling positive about that because Kent State had that ball in prime territory to start the drive, and yet Nebraska held them to only 3 on that situation.
And the return out deep in his own end zone and brings it out, but there is a marker down. So this one may be coming back as the return from Trevor Elber, and it's going to be clipping, so it's going to be half the distance to the goal. So, again, Nebraska not really helping themselves a whole lot here to start this game.
Yeah, and you can't commit these penalties because at that point you're just shooting yourself in the foot, and you're just starting further and further back, which is not a situation you want to be in.
1st down and 10. We'll see what Harris can do Here, 3 down linemen for Kent State. Harris chucking it underneath and turning it upfield. Positive yards. Pick up a 9 is Andrew Schiffer.
Yeah, and it was just a great route against the zone coverage where there was nobody out there in that flats zone. So it was a great read to be able to make that throw and pick up the 9 yards there.
Now Harris will go under center. We saw this back to just a series ago for them, and this time they're going to hand it off to Bronco. Gets a little bit stuck behind the line. Compass not really working well, but still enough able to fall forward in the forward momentum and the forward progress, giving them the first down.
Yeah, and when you go under center, most teams under center will tend to run. They were able to pick up the yardage needed there with that 1 yard.
Pistol set. Bronco up the middle with it, and he will pick up 5 yards before being wrestled down by the Kent State Golden Flashes.
And it's just a good job by the Golden Flashes defense to swarm to that ball carrier because he had a lane there that he could have exploited for some big yardage, but they swarmed and were able to stop the ball carrier after only 5.
4 down lineman this time for Kent State. Harris having to scramble, but he is going to be wrestled down for a loss of 6. Sacked on the play by number 72. That is a big, big man, Oliver Saxon, with the tackle.
Yeah, and it was a good job getting off of his position where he was engaged with the center, coming around the defensive end to be able to make that play just in the first place.
I like again, we're seeing a lot of good disengaging from these defensive linemen to start this game. We saw it last game and now in this one as well. Harris having to throw this one on 3rd and 11. Pass is caught, but again, the defense swarming to Bradley Rehnquist. You saw one tackle, he broke out of it, but then it was just too much for him after that.
Yeah, that's what a coach loves to see is they see 5 or 6, 7 of their own jerseys all at the ball carrier when they go back and watch this game film. That's something that the coaches will praise this team about.
I believe the first one was Matthew Prestage, the 3-star corner, getting in there. But then you also saw number 26, Neela Jennings, swarming as well. So we saw Kent State settle for a couple field goals. What do they have to do to get the ball in the end zone?
They have to not abandon the run when they get into the red zone. They've gotten down there, and they've started trying to pass it. It's not really working for them.
And off up the middle. And again, it seems like the defense for Nebraska is starting to pick up on what the Kent State is trying to do here on first down as a tackle for loss.
Yeah, and it was just a good job of reading the keys, just great gap integrity, and not allowing any open running lanes for their running backs at this time.
Tate under center, 7-step drop, and he's going to sling it across the middle of the field. And the pass is caught by Dawson Tate, 17-yard reception with JoJo Shalizzi breathing down his neck.
There's another good Tate-to-Tate connection there that's worked several times so far this game. Just a great run route, an even better throw just into a narrow, tight window that was able to pick up that first down right there.
And you know, James, we're calling Tate, but we still haven't called Jace Nickelberry, the 5-star freshman receiver for Kent State. As Tate dropping back, 4-star quarterback is throwing some missiles here. There he is, Jace Nickelberry with an 8-yard reception.
Yeah, he was used out of the slot this time to ran the underneath drag route, and it was a great read to recognize that there was nobody on him and pick up the easy yardage.
2nd down and 2. So the playbook is open for Kent State. But for Nebraska, 4 down linemen to counter this. 5 DBs in the play as well. Trying to get outside is Tate, but you know what? You're not going to get through JoJo Shalizzi that easily. Dude has so much speed, and the closing rate on him is so big.
Yeah, and if Tate would have just stuck his foot in the ground and turned upfield, he may have been able to grab this first down. Instead, he tried to stretch it out wide, and Shalizzi was able to run him down and make a huge tackle.
3rd and 5 upcoming now for Dylan Tate. And how many 3rd downs are they going to be forced with? And throwing it, and the pass is caught. Breaking out a tackle. He's going to go into the end zone. Kyle Perry, 4-star freshman receiver, gets his first career CFSL touchdown in a big spot.
Yeah, that was just tremendous heart from Perry, being able to break those tackles. First, he had to catch the ball, secure it, and turn upfield. Broke several tackles on his way to the end zone. So that was huge for Kent State.
Wow, what a throw from Dylan Tate, trusting his receiver, throwing it into coverage. It's almost like they practiced that, and they knew exactly what Nebraska was going to call on defense.
Yeah, it was just a zone coverage. There was a soft spot right there in the middle of the field, which led to the completion. And then from there, it was just all heart to finish off that run in the end zone.
Deion Wyatt tacks on the extra point. And just like that, Kent State, it was a 1-score game. Now it's a 2-score game. And what we haven't seen is the Nebraska offense come to life yet.
No, not yet. They've had a little bit of miscues. Courtney Harris started off a little slow. They have to step up their game here. Kent State's made it a 2-possession game already.
And the chat is going nuts after that touchdown, and now they're saying defense. We'll see. Bruce Robinson, 6-yard reception. Courtney Harris starting off good. Pickup of 6.
Yeah, it was a very smart throw, safe into the flat. He was able to get some yardage, set up a more manageable situation here in second down.
Second down and 4 for Courtney Harris. Play action. He has the ball still. He's going to throw it across the middle, and it's going to be caught breaking out of a tackle. Still on his feet, being chased from behind. He's still loose inside the 10. They're going to say it's around the 7-yard line, but what a play from Bradley Rehnquist, somebody we've come to expect. The junior elite makes another big play for Nebraska when called upon.
Yeah, and it was just a very smart run route against the cover 2 defense. The middle of the field was wide open, and that's what led to this big gain. And it was just smart of Harris and Rehnquist to connect right there and see what was happening as it unfolded.
Yeah, that looked like a really good design play called by the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense, because I mean it was wide open on that post route, and all she wrote after that. And now Casey Bronco trying to do some damage, and he'll get close to the 5-yard line, pick up a 3.
It was very smart after that pass, that huge gain. Let your running back get involved, so that way Kent State doesn't exactly know what's going to happen here on second down.
2:05 left to go in a very fast-moving first half. Courtney Harris will keep it on the option, trying to get outside. Kent State has the edge, though, takes a shot, though, but still coming down and making a big play to Shadow Schultz.
Yeah, and it was a good job by Kent State to swarm to that ball. Now it puts Nebraska in a situation here on third down where they have to punch it in or they have to settle for a field goal.
Third down and goal. Option play. He's going to keep it. Touchdown, Courtney Harris. We saw this a lot last season as he had 8 rushing touchdowns, and already in this one, he has 1.
Yeah, and it was just a great play call right there. The defense respected Casey Bronco and his ability, so they went after him, took him out of the play, and that left a wide open walk-in touchdown for Courtney Harris.
But also, James, at the same time, you had to know that this offense was not going to stay down for much with the weapons that they have.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We knew that this offense can strike from almost anywhere on the field. So now it's up to Kent State to respond after their defense just gave up 7.
Now we'll have to see how the momentum swings in Nebraska's favor for that one, or does it stay with Kent State as the return 1 yard deep in the end zone and brings it out past to around the 25-yard line. So what are you looking to see, or what do you expect to see from the Kent State here on this drive?
I'm expecting to see a lot of safe football. Right now, you have the lead. It's close to halftime. Do not give momentum to Nebraska.
13-7. Kent State on top of Nebraska here early, trying to pull off the upset, but it falls incomplete. Almost picked off by Austin Deedle.
Yeah, not safe football at all. He was practically standing in front of the receiver and was waiting on that ball to come to him. Receiver had to turn into a defender on that play.
So close. We already saw 1 fumble, but here, again, now a loss of 4 on the play, 3rd and 14.
Yeah, just a great job in Nebraska putting the pressure on him and not allowing any positive yardage.
And again, they're going with the safe halfback screen call, and King Jr. is going to be wrestled down. Only a pickup of 2 on the play, but man, this defense for Nebraska closing down quickly.
Yeah, and it was I didn't necessarily mind that series by Kent State. They played safe minus the 1 throw. Knowing how close it is to halftime, they're going to rely on their defense to try to make a stop here.
But remember also, James, I mean, Kent State, they got the ball to start this game. They had a pretty good drive going, and then they fumbled. But now with 1:15 left to go, Nebraska gets the ball back to start the second half. This is a big drive for Nebraska.
Oh, for sure. If Nebraska can even get 3 points on this drive, I'll consider that a win for Nebraska because they've got to start coming back into it. We know they can hit from anywhere. How do they respond to the adversity of being down right now?
Harris dropping back. Doesn't see anything he likes. Takes off. Gives a forearm shiver before being tackled on the play by Ben Champion.
It's a good job by Kent State taking away those deep threat options and causing Harris to run the ball and run the clock. It's the most important aspect right now for Kent State.
Second down and 7 for Courtney Harris. And he's going to throw it, and the pass is going to be caught. And again, just Casey Bronco with a 5-yard reception, 3rd down and 2, and they're going to hurry it up.
Yep, he was short of the stick, so that clock is still running right now.
Pistol set for Harris. Taking off with it. Nobody there for Kent State. Easy first down, but he's going to have to learn how to slide. But boy, he takes another shot, but not before he picks up a gain of 11.
Yeah, now the clock stops while they reset the sticks and allow the teams to get to the line of scrimmage here.
1st and 10 for Bronco, or for Harris, throwing it underneath, but it falls off the hands and incomplete. Looking for Michael Sweeney.
If I'm Nebraska, I'm glad that was dropped instead of allowing time to tick off even more. Now the clock is stopped. You get a second chance for 2nd and 10.
They have one timeout remaining. Harris throwing it into coverage, but it comes down into the arms of Ezekiel Williams. Gain of 10.
And it was a good job of Kent State not allowing that first down. Right now, clock is all important.
20 seconds left to go. Harris will fire it to the left, almost intercepted again. And who was that in coverage? That was, again, Scott Jones.
Scott Jones. And had he just come up with that catch, there was nothing but green grass in front of him. So Nebraska is lucky that they get to take this field goal opportunity right here.
The field goal is through the uprights and good. He already missed one, Denny Smith, but this time he knocks it through to give himself 1 of 2 on the night. But again, coming down with points. 14 seconds left to go and getting the ball back in the second half. That's big.
Yeah, that was huge because they only had a minute and some change left when they gave the ball to Kent State after their last score. So to be able to get the defensive stop and turn it into points really quickly within the span of a minute is huge for Nebraska.
Jordan Tate will kneel it or will let it go and will have the touchback. So the ball goes to the 25. And look at that, a full back draw up the middle for Raphael Graves, pick up a 5 on the play.
Yeah, and this is a play just to get the clock rolling, get to halftime with the lead intact if you're Kent State. You got to make some adjustments. Nebraska has now scored on 2 straight possessions. If you're Nebraska, do you have to change coming out in that second half?
And this is the halftime break, 13-10. Kent State on top of Nebraska. Probably if you're just joining us, the 52 of you watching, boy, you're missing a really good first half because, boy, even though there was a fumble by Kent State on that first opening drive, they really, really stuck with it defensively. Got a pick 6 and got a pick and turned the tide and the momentum in their favor. But again, I mean, the Nebraska defense having to let Kent State settle for 2 field goals. But again, I want to get your thoughts on what you saw in that first half.
What I saw was a lot of both quarterbacks, they were trying to force the ball. There was a lot of questionable throws that I saw in the first half, and I feel like the defenses left some opportunities out there on the field. Kent State had 2 dropped interceptions. Nebraska, I can count, I believe, 2 or 3 that they had that should have been interceptions. So look for the quarterbacks to turn things around heading into the second half.
Give a shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. Thanks to everybody tuning in for these games. You guys are the ones that make this one go. So Brian, Ruddy, and Chad, Toxic Killjoy, after having a big game in Tuscaloosa, coming down to watch this. Dayton Dubs, John Roland in chat. Coach Jackson, LSU, is in chat. Dylan Tate, of course, the quarterback for Kent State, is in chat. Rico Polari, Ted Stern, as always. The commish is in chat as well. I saw T-Roy Gaines, TMG, is in chat as well. Ethan Martin, everybody tuning in. If I forgot you, I apologize, but everybody in chat, thank you guys so much. And we're coming to you live from Lincoln, Nebraska. And I'm Jeff Melanishin. The other voice you're hearing is James Bays. As it's 13-10, Courtney Harris gets the ball back to start this opening drive, and it falls, and it's completed to Michael Sweeney, who already dropped one, but this time redeems himself, pick up a 9.
Yeah, and it was a good job of being able to hold on to that through contact. This drive is super important for Nebraska. Coming out of halftime, both teams have made their coaching adjustments. How does Nebraska handle this first drive?
And off to Bronco up the middle. He's got enough of the first down and then some. 11-yard rush. And already getting close to midfield are the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, 2 plays and you're already, approaching that midfield stripe. It was a great job of Bronco following his blockers, who set up terrific running lanes for him to pick up that big gain.
And it seems like to start this one, they're going with the short to intermediate routes here for the passing game for Courtney Harris. Decides to take off with it, breaks out of a tackle. He's breaking out of more tackles down the sideline. He's got enough for the first down before being wrestled down by Ezekiel Pitts.
And this is the dangers of a dual threat quarterback. He can beat you over the air, and so far he's showing you right now tonight he can beat you on the ground just as well.
Pistol set here, and it just takes so much out of you defensively having to prep for somebody like this. Harris trying to get outside. He does, and he's going to be wrestled down by Matthew Prestige. It
was a good job by Harris. He stuck his foot in the ground and turned upfield. He had a defender that had him in the backfield. He planted that foot, made a cut, and turned it into positive yardage.
Trips to the top of the formation for Harris, decides to hand it off to Bronco off the edge, but the defense, look at that. Casey Bronco with some power breaking out of 3 tackles before Gavin McGee coming in and getting the TFL.
It was very, very strong running by Bronco, but an even better job of this Golden Flashes defense to swarm that ball carrier and get him in the backfield.
Third down upcoming for the Cornhuskers. Harris, he's breathing real heavily here. Decides to take off, but maybe that had something to do with it. He is hit and dropped for another TFL. Seth Harper gets his first sack, TFL, and tackle.
It was a great job by Kent State bringing the pressure on a 3rd and long situation, knowing that Harris has that tendency to start running. They had great gap integrity, and it came up with the sack there to force the punt.
Boy, what defense? I can't get over how good of a defensive game we are watching right here. Kent State coming up with a stop when Nebraska seemed to have the momentum after scoring on 2 of their last couple possessions before the end of the half, and Nebraska got the ball to start.
Yeah, that was like I said, going into that drive, it was a huge drive for Nebraska. Kent State got the best of them there. Now they have an opportunity to put together their own offensive drive and increase this lead they have.
First down and 10 for Tate, who will hand it off to King Jr., but it's going to be wrestled down by the swarming defensive line. Boy, just the way they get off their blocks is killer. And again, only a pickup of 2.
Yeah, but positive yardage is still positive yardage. Anything to move forward instead of backwards is a big win.
Quick throw out to Nickelberry, and it goes for no gain, so setting up a long 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Nebraska has done a really good job of shutting Nickelberry down today, as most people would see him as Kent State's leading threat. So they've stuck to their assignments and been able to shut him down so far.
2-by-2 set for Tate. Fires it underneath. Pass is caught, trying to go upfield, and they're going to say Tyler King Jr. got just enough, the running back coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, it might be a generous spot, some people might say, but nonetheless, he picks up the first down to extend this drive even further.
13-10, Kent State on top of Nebraska, trying to get outside. That is another Tate, Jordan Tate. They got 3 Tates on Kent State, and this one gets tackled for a loss.
Yeah, Ray Tate stepping up to make the tackle on Jordan Tate there. It was just a great play by Ray Tate to be able to recognize what was happening, step up, and make that tackle in the backfield.
A little bit of a tight set here out of the shotgun for Dylan Tate, throwing it underneath. Pass is going to be caught by the receiver. John Blair gets his first reception. Pickup of 2, though, so sets up another 3rd and long, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, this is a 3rd and long situation, but Kent State's been handling their business on 3rd down, so let's see what play design they have drawn up here.
3rd and 12, and they're not even going to try to risk it, but they will, because it's going to be John Blair with his 2nd reception, all coming on this drive, and a huge pitch and catch from Tate to Blair.
Yeah, and it was just a great corner route against man coverage. When he hit his cut, he had a good 2 steps where he beat his defender, and it was a perfect throw for that first down and extending this drive once again on 3rd down if you're Kent State.
First down and 10 in Nebraska territory. Oh, but it's a late pitch, and instead it's going to be a fumble and picked up by JoJo Shalizzi.
Yeah, that was just a dangerous play call there. Nebraska did a great job of swarming to it. Somebody was able to knock the ball down as it was in the air, and JoJo Shalizzi was able to step up and grab it and secure that ball for Nebraska.
That could be a huge turning point in this game. So if you're marking it down, mark that fumble down. It's a turning point. Courtney Harris will fire it, and it's going to be picked off, back-to-back turnovers. And going back, wow, what are we witnessing here? This has been a crazy last couple seconds of this game, and getting the pick is Ezekiel Pitts.
Yeah, it was just a tremendous way to read the quarterback. They had the bootleg. He followed the quarterback out almost as if he was spying on the quarterback and was able to step inside the passing lane and take that ball back for his team and give Kent State more life here.
Huge turning, huge another momentum swing.
Oh, man. He had the deep shot there. Unfortunately, just led his receiver just a bit too far, and they were unable to connect there.
We both thought he had him. We both just really, oh man, put our hands in our heads. And there goes Tyler King Jr. up the middle for a pickup of 3, 3rd and 7 upcoming for the Kent State.
Yeah, it was a good job to put the heads down, pick up a couple yards after, the missed opportunity on the previous play to set up a little bit better of a 3rd down situation here.
3rd and 7, upcoming Tate throwing it, and there's King Jr., and he's going to be a yard short. Pickup of 6 on the play, but the tackling for both defenses have come to play as Michael Potter getting the tackle.
Yeah, and he's just able to shed the block. He realized where Kent State had to be, and he shut him down before they got to the first down.
Are you kind of surprised that maybe they didn't even go for it there? I mean, you're on Nebraska side of the field, and your defense is playing really well.
Yeah, 4th and 1. I mean, it's still a little early in the game. You can take it's a 50-50 call there. You can take that opportunity, or you can try to pin them deep. Because remember, their punter pinned them inside the 1-yard line earlier in the game.
That is true. And again, Casey Bronco, first down carry, and will pick up 8 yards before being tackled.
And Casey Bronco just doing a great job of finding his running lanes there. He's able to pick up 8 yards after some terrific blocking from his O-line.
2nd down and 2 for Courtney Harris. Split back in the backfield. Play action, and we'll fire it to Bronco, but the defense is there. Pitts has been all over the field.
Yeah, and he's really stepping up and showing that he can play with anybody in the league, following Casey Bronco on that route, and was able to make the nice quick stop after Bronco was able to make that reception.
8 tackles, a tackle for loss, and an interception. Not a bad night, and not a bad first game for the freshman 4-star middle linebacker. And an option to Bronco. Can he get outside? He breaks out of the tackle and will get enough and then some. 6 yards after the fact, 9-yard rush, and it's a first down for Bronco. But look at that, 35 yards on 9 carries.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They're holding him to under 3.5 yards per carry right now. And Casey Bronco is one of the more dangerous rushers in this league. So Kent State is really putting on a show tonight.
Harris dropping back, setting up the halfback screen. It is caught and turning upfield is John Roland. He can show he can play both ways, and he gets the carry pickup of 2.
Yeah, unfortunately he just made the mistake of cutting to the outside and stepping out of bounds, where if he had tried to cut to the inside, he could have picked up a bit more yardage there.
2nd down and 8, throwing it outside. Passes caught by Rehnquist, breaks out of 1 tackle, and then picks up 4, not before being tackled by Thompson.
Yeah, Nebraska is really showing some heart, breaking through a lot of these tackles. You've seen it on several of the last plays now, where they're able to break these arm tackles of the Kent State defenders.
And there goes Bronco with a huge hole, breaking out of tackles downfield inside the 20 before he gets pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, it's going to be his longest run of the game. It's going to double his rushing yardage, just following his lead blockers, which set up a terrific hole. I'm talking, you probably could have drove a truck through the hole that they just set up right there.
Yeah, they did, and you have to see that when you see an offensive lineman, number 78, downfield, getting into the second level and creating an even bigger hole for KC Bronco. So 1st down and 10 inside the red zone. 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Harris dropping back with the pressure in his face, dumps it underneath, and turning it upfield is Andrew Schiffer, pickup of 6.
And it's a good job of this Nebraska team to settle down. You just had a big play. Don't let it go to your heads. They went for a nice, easy route, picked up the yardage, and put themselves in great position here.
Nebraska looking to take the lead for the first time. Harris will keep it, and he will waltz into the end zone untouched. Touchdown to Courtney Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night.
Yeah, and it was just a great read by Harris to pull that ball at the last possible second. Yeah, I thought it was a handoff, and then all of a sudden he's scampering down the sideline into the end zone.
And just like that, 8 plays, 78 yards, only 2 minutes and 8 seconds taken off the game clock. So with 2:33 left to go, Nebraska takes their very first lead of the game for the first time, 17-13 on top of Kent State.
Yeah, now Nebraska fans are breathing a sigh of relief seeing that they had that lead again. But don't count your blessings just yet. Kent State has proven that they can march down the field just as well.
65 viewers in YouTube right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this one. Nebraska in a dogfight with Kent State and regaining the lead for the first time. So we'll see what Dylan Tate can do here to open up, finally being down a possession. We get to see what Kent State does, and right off the bat, Dylan Tate turning it upfield 11 yards.
Yeah, he watched Courtney Harris just do that same exact play for the touchdown. He said, hey, whatever you can do, I can do it as well.
1st down and 10. Now they get the ball up close to the 35-yard line. Handoff to King Jr. going up the middle. Pick up a 4 on the play.
Yeah, it was a great job of putting his head down. There was a little bit of traffic in the hole he wanted to hit, so he put his head down and was still able to pick up the positive yardage, which is a great thing right now for Kent State.
They fly already with 6 tackles. having a big game for Nebraska on the defensive side. And King Jr. with another carry, 18 carries, 64 yards. The man is a workhorse, and it sets up a 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, he's getting his share today as he's trying his best to put his team in great positions. Here they are in a 3rd and 1, thanks to his past 2 runs.
They also have a backup in Jordan Tate as well, another 4-star freshman running back that they could go to as well. And they will. And he gets the outside, and he will pick up 7 yards, 1st down for Kent State to keep the drive and the momentum on their side.
And going to Tate in that situation is great because he's a great change of pace back. Whereas King Jr. can put his head down and run, Tate can hit the sidelines and make some big gains.
There goes Tate up the middle for a pickup of 1 on the play. But again, you got to start wondering, is this defense for Nebraska going to start playing close to the line? And there will open up passing lanes for Dylan Tate.
Yeah, it just depends on how testy these linebackers of Nebraska is willing to get here.
Nice tackle on the play from behind by Rocky Kalan, and another good stop there, and 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, it was just a good job by this Nebraska front line, this defensive line, of clogging up the running lanes and not allowing anything for this Kent State offense.
4 down lineman for Nebraska, throwing it to the sidelines, and the pass is caught. What a big pitch and catch for John Blair. Yet again, another big play, especially when they needed another big. We saw that on the 3rd and 17 play where they went to Blair with the reception.
Yeah, and it's the same corner route. He gets about 7 yards upfield before making his cut, and he just gets that separation from the defenders, especially against man coverage.
35 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Handoff up the middle, trying to get outside is Tyler King, but he's going to be stopped for no gain on the play. Trevor Elber coming down and getting his first TFL.
Yeah, just coming down and making a hit at the line of scrimmage, and even a yard behind the line of scrimmage. It's just showing how quick these Nebraska guys are at recognizing and diagnosing the play.
Give credit to Ray Tate slowing King Jr. down. 2nd and 11. Tate will fire this one, but he's going to throw this one out of bounds, and it's going to be 3rd and 11 upcoming with 16 seconds to go.
That was a good job just throwing that one away. He had a lot of pressure in his face. He was able to recognize where a man was, throw it out of bounds without drawing a flag.
3rd and 11. Tate rolling around in the pocket. Somehow he gets out of it, but he's going to be sacked for a loss on the play. I thought he was going to break out of that, but Cash Collins had other ideas.
Yeah, for a second there, he had a lot of green grass in front of him, just dragged down by his shoestrings. Very impressive awareness for this Nebraska front 7 to be able to make that tackle from behind.
They're actually going to give the credit for the tackle to Freddie Caldwell, the number 5 string corner for the walk-on, and we'll have to settle for another Deion Wyatt field goal, and the kick is through the uprights. He remains perfect, and it's a 1-point game going into the 4th quarter. Everybody put your 4s up in chat. Boy, what a game that you guys have been presented to tonight. But, man, the 4th quarter coming up. You're watching PX1 Sports on YouTube. Start of the 4th quarter, and we will see Wyatt with the kick to get this game back underway. I'm Jeff Melanishin, and joining me in the broadcast booth is James Bays. And, man, what a game that we have seen. Another defensive battle. This has not been easy for Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska has not had their way a lot of times tonight. You know, they turned the ball over a couple times. They've had a couple key opportunities, but they haven't made the most of some of those possessions.
There goes Bronco, and he will pick up 3 on the play. I thought that was going to go for a lot more, but Schultz and company there on the tackle.
Yeah, it was just a good job of the Golden Flashes defensive line resetting that line of scrimmage. Bronco was still able to make something out of it and pick up 3 there.
Nebraska was a 19.5-point favorite in this one. Going to need a lot more points. It's going to have to be a big 4th quarter for them to get there. But again, another forcing Courtney Harris to throw it out of bounds. 3rd down upcoming.
Yeah, and it was just a great job by this Kent State secondary, not allowing anything to happen over the air for Nebraska.
3rd and 7. Harris deciding to take off, but he is going to be hit and only 1 yard on the play, because you got Cole Jenkins coming from his defensive tackle spot to wrestle him down.
Yeah, and he's done this several times today where he's stunted from his defensive tackle spot outside the defensive end to be able to make those plays on the outside.
And another punt upcoming from John Davidson. And we'll have to see what kind of field position gets set up. Oh, yeah, I thought he was going to break it outside. Jordan Tate, 19-yard return, getting set with Kent State close to midfield.
Yeah, and this drive is going to be critical for Kent State. They have the field position that they'd like. How can they capitalize on it now? Are they going to come out and make the most of it, or are they going to shy away from the spotlight?
It's going to be interesting because they can't keep settling for field goals, though, James. I mean, they've been doing that a lot, but now it's almost that money time. You're in the fourth quarter with nothing to lose.
Exactly, especially against Nebraska. We've already seen earlier Nebraska can strike really quick.
8:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. Tight end coming in motion from left to right. Tate, three-step drop, throws it across the middle. He was looking for his receiver, Kyle Perry, but overshoots him. And luckily, because I thought that might have been picked off.
Yeah, it was a lucky break that wasn't picked off. It was a very quick hitting pass, and unfortunately, they weren't on the same page there.
And Tate taking a shot deep, and he had a receiver breaking late, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and that's the second time tonight that we've seen Tate miss on that deep throw down the sideline. Is that going to be a concern moving forward?
3rd down and 10 for Tate. Pressure coming in his face. Throws it across the middle, but it's picked off by Nebraska.
Yeah, it was just a great job by Nebraska, recognizing, hey, they've gone deep on 3 shots now, or 2 of the last 3 they've trying to go deep. He was with his man that whole way, and he was able to step in front of the passing lane and take that one away.
That was Ray Tate, the senior 5-star coming up. He had 1 interception last season and adds 1 here in a pivotal spot when Kent State was looking to score.
Yeah, so now how does Kent State's defense respond to the sudden change situation?
Or they're going to get a tackle for loss there. 76 coming up. Oliver Saxon coming up and making the big stop.
Yeah, it was a good job clogging those running lanes. You saw that Bronco wanted to carry that outside. He had to cut it inside, and there was nothing going there.
Trips to the bottom of the formation for Harris. He also had his running back Bronco, but he's going to be sacked. Coming up and making the play, Kelby Gilbert, the defensive end 4-star. Big stop and a big sack there. 3rd and 18 upcoming for Harris.
Yeah, and it was just a good job. He took his man and drove him back 5 or 6 yards, and that's what helped collapse the pocket and force Harris to roll out. And he was there to clean up the mess when Harris rolled out.
3rd and 18. Does Courtney Harris have some magic in his sleeve, a la Dylan Tate? He drops back. His arm is cocked. He's throwing it, and it's going to be caught. Hello, Bradley Rehnquist on the sidelines.
Yeah, this corner route is so hard to stop against man coverage. You saw he was able to get a step on his defender, and there's nothing you can do there.
Wow, and you only need 1 foot in. What a big play from Courtney Harris to Bradley Rehnquist. 1st and 10, trying to do the option keeper play, but it's not going to work. The defense swarming again for Kent State.
And he had Casey Bronco out there. If he had pitched it, he just didn't have enough time to really read the defense. They were on him in a millisecond after that snap.
2nd and 13. The crowd getting really into this here in Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. Courtney Harris is going to be sacked again for a loss of 8. And getting in there, big old 99 Colt Jenkins.
Yeah, they wanted to set up the screen here. However, it just wasn't there. So Harris had nothing left to do but try to tuck in a run. And he was sacked for a huge loss, which now sets up a 3rd and 21.
Again, Kent State came in as a 9.5-point underdog. Courtney Harris setting up the halfback screen to Bronco, but the defense is there making the stop. 4th and 20 upcoming.
And that was a good play call. They know that it's 3rd and long. Kent State's going to be in a prevent-style defense with a lot of defensive backs deep. The screen, unfortunately, was snuffed out and stopped.
Only 10 people took Kent State in this one with the 19.5. We're looking like really good bettors out there. Meanwhile, only 4 took Nebraska with the 19.5. So a lot on the line at stake. But look at this. 27 people took Nebraska to win outright. That was a minus 650 on the money line. 1st down and 10 upcoming. As Dylan Tate will hand it off to King Jr., breaking out of a tackle. Nice stiff arm, but only all that for a pickup of 1.
Yeah, and he didn't want to take a negative yardage play there. So you see him running with a lot of heart just to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's rewarded with an extra yard to make it 2nd and 9.
Bunch set to the bottom of the formation for Dylan Tate, taking the shotgun snap. He's got to fire it that way, but it falls incomplete. Led his receiver a little bit too much to the sidelines.
Yeah, Tate's been doing this a couple times today where he's just a little ahead of his receivers. He's got to slow it down some and make these safe, smart completions.
Tate setting up the halfback screen to King Jr. trying to get outside. Turns it upfield. Good vision turning it upfield. But again, only a pickup of 3. And they're going to go for it.
Yeah, it's a crunch time. Their coordinators got together and realized it was time to go for it.
4th down and 6. Empty set for Dylan Tate. Does he have some magic? Yes, he does. Completes the pass. And that's Brian Rudy. 12 yards. 1st down, Kent State.
That was a great play call there. They recognized the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field, ran a perfect curl route to the inside for the 1st down.
The freshman 4-star not having any doubts in this one. Hands it off to King Jr. 12 yards. This offense for Kent State is rocking and rolling now.
They're smelling the blood in the water. They just converted on a 4th down. Now they have a huge 1st down pickup to give them another 1st down. They're knocking on the edge of the red zone here.
3-down defensive lineman for Nebraska, and they're going to run it up the middle. And Jordan Tate with a pickup of 3, and we're coming up to under 5 minutes left to go in this game.
And now they're knocking right there at the 20-yard line. The 3-yard gain helps them. It gets them in more manageable field position here for the 2nd down try.
2nd and 7 for Tate. Already having a big game. Oh, he had the receiver, but overshot him a little too high, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, he's wishing he had that one back. Like you said, his receiver was open. He just, once again, led him just a little bit too much.
3rd and 7 for Tate. Another halfback screen. Do they have the blocks out there? No, they don't, because Cash Collins is reading and sniffing these plays out, and it's going to be 4th and 8, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, you've seen Collins break this screen up several times now. He's recognizing when the screen is being set up, and he's pretty much beating the running back out there to the point of the catch.
Deion Wyatt has been perfect in this game, 3 for 3. Does he have the 4th one in him? Snap is down. Kick is on the way in the Nebraska air, and it's no good. He hooked it to the right.
That one hurts. It was just an issue with the delivery of the kick. Unfortunately, he pushed it a little far to the right, and that one definitely hurts if you're Kent State.
Boy, oh boy, wow! As Kent State, he was been automatic all night long up until that point. They're gonna have to get a big stop from their defense. As Harris breaking out of a couple tackles, picking up 3.
Yeah, and it was a good job of playing it safe. He had an opportunity to make a pitch. He didn't take it. He was playing safe with the ball and not giving momentum back to Kent State right now.
2nd and 7. Hand off to Bronco, trying to get outside. He takes a body with him, 12 yards. 1st down, Nebraska.
Yeah, this is just great play calling by Nebraska. They're running the clock out. They realize that Kent State just pretty much gifted them a missed field goal right there. Let them run this clock out.
Pistol set. Bronco gaining the carry again, trying to bust it out to the right side. And they might see something here that they want to take advantage of. 17 yards for Casey Bronco, who's now over a 100-yard mark.
Yeah, and if you remember, Casey Bronco started off pretty slow. He only had, I believe, 35 yards on his first 9 carries. Since then, he's really heated up.
1st down and 10, and the clock is still rolling. Under 4 minutes left to go, 3:44 to be exact. Bronco with another carry, trying to bounce it this time to the left side, but he is going to be hit and only going to pick up 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, and it's a good job of this Kent State defense to recognize where Nebraska's been going. They've been hitting the outsides on these stretch run plays. Now they're stepping up and responding accordingly.
Mike Thompson coming down from his safety spot to make the tackle. Harris dropping back. He's going to fire it, and the pass is going to be caught. 1st down, Bruce Robinson for a pickup of 10.
That was a good job of just knowing where the line of scrimmage was, picking up the 1st down, and getting an extra set of downs now.
2:45 left to go. You start to see the play clock. They're going to snap it with 2 seconds left on it, and they will. Hand off to the big middle linebacker playing running back John Roland. Picks up a gain of 9.
And that's not a man that I want to meet in the hole if you're on offense, or apparently if you're on defense too, as he gets the carry for 9 yards here.
Just a great game all the way around by Nebraska and Kent State, who is a mighty big underdog in this one. And taking the handoff, Bronco, but he's going to be chased from behind and tackled, not able to turn upfield with it. And there's the first timeout from Kent State.
Yeah, Bronco's got to put his foot in the ground and pick up that 1st down.
I formation in the backfield behind Casey Bronco, or behind Courtney Harris. Bronco dotting the I. Harris is going to drop back. He's going to run with it, trying to get outside. He'll pick up the 1st down and then some. 9-yard rush, and then Kent State burns their second timeout.
And that first down was huge because now it resets their downs. They get 3 more opportunities of 40 seconds to run this clock down.
Big stop. That's going to be the tackle by Colt Jenkins.
And force Kent State to burn their last time out here, too.
2nd and 8 upcoming. Handoff trying to get to the outside. That's John Roland. And luckily for Kent State, they're able to get the tackle. Big old 57 Ben champion.
Yeah, but now they're going to run the clock down. It's going to go down about 40 seconds, leaving about a minute to go when this play is snapped. And then they can even run it down another 40 seconds if they don't get the first down, leaving Kent State with less than 25, around 20 seconds to go if everything goes their way.
Pistol set here. Handoff to Bronco, trying to get outside. He gets out of one tackle at somebody diving for him, but he's not going to get through the arms of Matthew Prestige. And again, a big tackle there. 4th down and 8 upcoming. Have to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, it was a great job by the Kent State defense to swarm and make that stop.
4th and 8 as Danny Smith, 1 of 2 on the night so far. This one will make it a 4-point game.
And more importantly, they're eating up the clock. Kent State, maybe 20 seconds left to try to work some magic here after this field goal attempt.
They'll snap it with around 2 seconds. There's the snap. Ball is placed. The kick is through the air. And this one right down Broadway, just like how you said, James. 20 seconds left, down 4.
Yeah, so this kickoff return is going to be huge if they decide to return it.
And they will have to, as he caught it at around the goal line, bringing it out. Some blockers were set up, gets it up close to the 30-yard line.
And that's valuable time. That's 5 seconds gone off the clock here. So you have to go deep. If you're Nebraska, go into a prevent defense and put all your DBs back.
What does Dylan Tate, the 4-star freshman, have in his side pockets? And he will throw it out. That's going to stop the clock. Jace Nickelberry with a pickup of 18.
Yeah, and that first down is huge. Like you said, it stops the clock while the chains are being reset.
They're going to look like they're going to spike it. 8 seconds. You got to snap this ball, son. There it is. It gets it down with 7 seconds.
Yeah, that's just a freshman mistake of taking the time at the line of scrimmage. Maybe one of his guys wasn't set, whatever happened. They had just ate off some valuable time.
Could be big in the freshman 4-star being put into a game like this. He's rolling around in the pocket. He throws it up, but it's going to fall incomplete with 2 seconds left to go, 3rd and 10.
And now here's the chance for Nebraska. Put everybody deep. Let him have all the time in the pocket. Just don't allow the deep completion here.
They don't look like they're playing the prevent defense, but they're going to bring a corner blitz. Does he have it? No, he doesn't. He will be sacked. Dylan Tate will be sacked. That's your ball game, Nebraska, with a 4-point victory. Wow, what a game.
What a game indeed. And it was won by Nebraska's defense, not just on that final play, but throughout the game. All night long, Kent State had chances for 7 and kept having to settle for field goals here tonight.
Wow, that was really risky business, though. But just one of your final thoughts here.
Final thought, if you're Kent State, take this loss. Don't necessarily hang your head. You played a great game against a tough team. If you're Nebraska, you've shown that your defense can step up and rise to the occasion, but you got to do more moving forward.
Thank you to everybody watching on YouTube. This is PX1 Sports. Remember, we got 4 games tomorrow. Bowling Green, Oklahoma State, Ohio, Florida, Toledo, Clemson, Miami, University, and Florida State will knock it all out of the park tomorrow. So until then, have a good night, everybody.